whisper. Otherwise, you might miss something. Only a few weeks ago, I was sitting here at the lighthouse in the middle of the afternoon, and all of a sudden, I heard a voice very close to me say, and there was nobody near me, so the ghosts know who I am, and they wanted to say hello, I guess. So listen, okay? Let's see. No jump scares. We are all ghosts and no gimmicks. We don't do jump scares to you, so please don't do them to one another. For example, there was one couple that came here and they were climbing down from the tower. Now, the boyfriend thought it'd be a good idea to get ahead of the girlfriend, climb behind these steps, and jump out at her as she exited. Well, she was surprised. She fell down those marble steps and cut herself up so badly that we had to call the paramedics. Once she had been patched up, she drove back to Orlando by herself. So these are the dangers of jump scares. Don't do it, please. Okay, forgetting half a dozen things. Oh, once I release you, the north end, there's really nothing to explore.
Why is it going on? Turn it off.
Wall, but you can go through the grass and it's a flat
Turn it off, guys. This is what I'm talking about. We're going to the
lighthouse. Your EMF meter. Let's go over that real quick. Now, first of all, your EMF meters will work better if you put your phones on airplane mode. It might record an incoming text or email, and you think you're talking to a ghost, but no, you're talking to somebody who wants to talk to you about your warranty for your car. So put your phone on airplane mode, and it will react. When you first start it up, and you only have to push that button once, it'll flare yellow, green, orange, and red. And then just leave it. If you happen to go into an area where there might be some paranormal activity, it will flare red. When you get that activity, stop and start asking yes or no questions. Is this one of the little girls who was killed here? Is this a light keeper? Are you friendly? Things like that. Would you like to play a game? And I'll tell you more about that in a bit. But yes or no questions, if you ask what their favorite color is, unless the answer is yellow or green, orange, or red, you're not going to get a straight answer, okay? So let's go this way and we'll go on to there.
Bend over. You bend over. You bend over.
You yell it, right?
No, I'm not getting kicked out today.
I can't see.
It's going on YouTube.
Oh, here.
Shh. Stop yapping.
Sailboat. It's a sailboat.
Shut up.
The lighthouse. Flashbang.
It's your mother.
Flashbang.
It's your mom. It's your dad. It's your green.
Okay. I don't know my phone is working.
Shush. Shut up. Say repeat your name, bro. Stop.
I am.
Okay.
No, I'm just going to leave you here to care for yourselves.
It doesn't work on my... It might take me a while.
Am I coming in?
No.
Do you want to hear stories or not? Hey. All right, so I'm here to tell you about a couple of former keepers that still occupy this place. And I have a theory about keepers. They stick around after they have shuffled off their mortal coil, if you will, because they were so dedicated in life to the upkeep of this beautiful property and the safety of the public and the seafaring ships that after they pass, they still want to stick around and make sure everything is okay. We have two keepers that I'd like to talk to you about. The first one is the first keeper to occupy the keeper's house, which was completed in 1876. His name was Major William Harn. Major William Harn hailed from Cape Elizabeth, Maine. Wait, I'm sorry, that's not right. Hailed from upstate New York. That was another keeper. And he was a Civil War veteran. He fought with the Union Army, and he was in any battle you can think of. He was never wounded that I'm aware of, and he made it through the entire war, kind of the Forrest Gump of the Civil War, except he did contract malaria and tuberculosis during the course of those 4 years. Now, for you kids who are never heard of tuberculosis, it is a really, really bad disease of the lungs. It turns your lungs into basically jello, and you're coughing up blood. It's a terrible way to live and an awful way to die. But he was, after the war, he came to Florida not only to take the keeper's position here, but the salt air and the warmer climate was supposed to be helpful for him. So he and his family, his wife and Kate and their 4 daughters moved to the keeper's house. Not long after, there was a 5th daughter, so he couldn't have been too sick. So he served from 1876 until 1889. One night he went to bed and he never woke up. In fact, he is buried west of town in the Evergreen Cemetery, I believe, and his epitaph reads, "Fell asleep." Well, he didn't stay asleep for very long. Now, he's kind of a gentle soul. He doesn't interfere too much in human behavior, but he has been known to maybe let out a series of breaking coughs near you. Now, in this post-COVID day in which we live, you might have somebody coughing over your shoulder and you turn around to slug them and there's nobody there. You've been introduced to Major Harn. He also, once we had refurbished the main floor to resemble a Victorian parlor and dining room, we furnished it with period-appropriate furniture. And the Victorian settee soon had a habit of the cushions sinking and hearing a contented voice go, "Ah." Not only that, there's a Victorian rocking chair that he sometimes sits in and rocks himself gently by the hearth. Now, there was one time when a group was in there, and there's a young man about your age who had an EMF meter, and he was standing near the rocking chair. It was dark in there, but the chair started rocking. And the tour guide said, "Son, are you doing that?" And all of a sudden, his EMF meter spiked red as if to say, "No, that was me." He made his presence known. Now, there was another time where a first-time tour guide was going through and she was very excited. She had memorized her spiel and she was gonna nail it. She was very excited. So as they're in the keeper's room, or in the parlor, the rocking chair starts rocking back and forth, but it's not a gentle, casual rock. It is going back and forth very fast, as if the occupant was absolutely furious. And she ended that particular leg of the tour out on the front porch, and later on she was a little freaked out, so she went to her colleagues and said, "This happened, what set him off?" Well, they said, "Tell us what you said during your spiel, and we'll see if we can figure it out." It didn't take long for them to realize that she had made a major mistake. She had referred to Major William Harn as Mr. William Harn, and he was not about to be demoted by a civilian, and a young girl at that. He was absolutely furious at her. So she said, "Well, what am I supposed to do?" And they said, "Well, go in there and apologize to him." I guess it worked. You know, I don't know how long she lasted, but still. Please refer him as Major Harn. He's a gentle soul, and he probably, well, he won't hurt anybody. Just be respectful. Now, our other lightkeeper was our longest serving lightkeeper. His name was Peter Rasmussen. He was a Danish sailor, and he had already served as assistant lightkeeper and head lightkeeper for the Tybee Island Light off the coast of Georgia. When he took this job on July